I was just thinking to mention that we should have asked Anurag sir to have a chat now with all of us because it was really engaging and really welcoming so that you all are awake. But I'm glad that still the room is full and amazing to have been invited. Bilkis, thank you for being part of this wonderful gathering. And first of all, I want to thank the BW team for creating this platform. Why? Because you are the folks who always been on the stage facilitating others and providing, shabashi or claps or pat on the back and really providing the awards. But you are being facilitated today and giving awards. So please give a big applause for yourself and for all the hard work you are doing to really hold the organization together. And I say this from bottom of my heart. And then I always appreciated to talk to you all because I always felt, without the great partnership of this group, no organization can go forward or can do really well. Okay. Why? Maybe I'm partial to that also. The reason is I had my own stints of being HRBP or HR ops head or L&D head. It's not official. If you will not find that in the LinkedIn, but I have done all those jobs, so I know how important it is this team to be. So said that, now let's come to the topic of today. Why I choose this topic, operating model and metrics, right? I thought of taking more softer topic, but I think you folks are more knowledgeable than if I talk about maybe the people, culture, how we are driving, what motivates, in the previous panel discussion, what to retain, how to retain, and all those things. And I'm not going to use that two-letter word also. I'll try to for whole of my session today and try to get the attention of people who are still looking up into their mobiles. Yes, now they see me now. Okay, good, awesome. Why this topic is specifically, I wanted to give maybe a C-suite lens of why and what the operating model is moving like towards. And to answer this question, is your organization ready for next gen GCC revolution? Because that's the thing which is happening now currently, right? And who is responsible? Because in the previous discussion, they said, we are not responsible for the happiness of the employees or not, but still the question is asked to this fraternity, right? How his organization is run, how we are doing, how the people is doing, how the metrics is measured, or you are the one who submit the metrics, right? Who share the metrics taken from each of your leaders or business lines. So I thought, let me just throw some light and not really go about GAN kind, just really on the operating piece of it, because this is very important and I'm seeing this happening across every organization. And the one team or the member or the whole of the fraternity who need to be ready is HR team for me, okay? We'll answer this question by end of the session. It's just my view, and I think I have spoken to many of my, peer groups here, as well as global leaders, and with them, this content is put together, and obviously from research papers, okay? Let's go ahead. You would have seen a lot of operating models. When I say it is more of structure, right? How the whole of the organization, big, small, nano, micro, everything is run along with the HR, along with the HQ team. Let me come a little this side. So one, I think we would identify all these topics, all these operating models already. So one is functional structure. Basically, you would have understood by now, looking at it, this is how it works. I mean, the functions here or even the enabling functions will be reporting to their respective functions, but also reporting to GCC set. And what happens in this kind of model or the working structure is limited autonomy, but most of the teams here, right, they fastly or maybe very in a fast-paced manner, they become the part of the global functions because they know exactly what they need to drive for the functions, which is again tied to the top end or bottom line, okay? Next one is enterprise-led structure, in which obviously the entire function and the outcome and the metrics, everything is responsible, and GCC head here. It's been asked the question. And that again, reports to the global CXO. But each function will also have a dotted line, part of it. What happens in this kind of enterprise-led is they'll have full autonomy because you are responsible for P&L, right? You're responsible for that respective outcomes, innovation, or whatever it is, right? And then definitely you will know how to shape the global strategy along with your teams here. Next, which is now we are seeing as and when the maturity reaches to, like, for example, 10 years, 5 years, or even much more. Why I say that? And that, when I say maturity, as in maturity happens, you will move on to hybrid, may not be the reason, but also it is depending on what is the strategy and globally what HQ wants, right? The GCC need to be or how they need to operate. Plus, also other important factor which impacts this kind of structures are the amount of maybe the maturity of the IT related, right, or the infrastructure stack which the particular organization is in, and they can afford to, or they are looking at completely transforming, or mergers, demergers. Many of those things, relates to or impact this kind of operating model. In the third one, basically the hybrid structure, what happens is it mainly moves on to be, I would say, like, innovation hubs, fast forward, okay? And this is fun. I'm sure each one of your organization will be either of these three, right, buckets. Has any organization moved across from function to enterprise, enterprise to function, or hybrid? You can raise hand. Any of them were earlier and after 5 years or 10 years they have moved? Because I have a question for them. Nobody? You all started off with one structure and then on the same structure? Exactly. And it is because of, again, the maturity, right? And maybe they thought, okay, they could leverage more value or how the functions work here or the talent, right? Now, the question which I had posed earlier, just a part of it I wanted to answer now with this, how this is evolving, and this we are seeing in many organizations, as I said, of my peers who have come through, is this, where definitely the enabling functions which you all hold together will be globally aligned, because they always want, right, global structure, right? It has always want to be globally aligned, global structure, global functions, global mandate. This is how we run in all locations, and we need to be same. India should not be called as GCC or the outpost. So that's why you would have, it is always better to have, aligned to the global, structure. But all the functions, right, they will be reporting to, HR or aligned, to the global GCC head. But importantly, they will also be with the strategic vendor partners, which in turn helps to create that COEs. Because why India, why do you see that, on everyday news, so many GCs are coming? Purely talent, right? And purely to the new age skills or new age talents, what we are seeing. But if we are able to use that in right way, we will still sustain the model which is evolving, which is GCC, which is still thriving, and it could be in any shape and form, right? So this is one of the structures which we are seeing really. And when I say strategic vendor partners, we could have even startups or any IT services, small, big. But why we need to do this partnership is specifically to reach that outcome which HQ is seeing, and that's how we will be able to reach the value faster. Now, this was one part of the presentation which I wanted to showcase. You might say, yeah, we knew it, but why am I showcasing this and why am I making it a point is, irrespective of it, any of the previous one, right, what we saw, any of these or this, it will become successful only when new people, means the HR team, supports the team, that is leadership team, and work together in any of the functions. The actual link is you. That is one of the points which I wanted to make. Because time is running, I just wanted to pick up another topic which, again, both go hand in hand, which is new age metrics for GCCs. I think we have seen a lot of metrics. Can anybody pick up some metrics? How do you measure your GCCs currently? It could be traditional, it could be old one. Any one or two metrics? Okay. Okay. Cost of cost. Okay. So I thought I was expecting somebody will say how many processes or how many headcounts we have, hired. What is the acquisition number? Good. Thank you. You did not say that. Or what is the diversity number? No. But it's still important. But that's we have gone way and above. So I like this group. So some of the metrics which I have seen and I've ensured my organization also follows this is, as you said, right? Innovation and in the part of some of the areas, it is not an exhaustive list. I just thought I'll pick it up and and I'll showcase, which is innovation and transformation. Specifically, right? Somebody mentioned, right? Adoption. How much we have adopted and what is the impact of it? Why again am I mentioning to this? You are the one who will measure this. Who are the one who will question this? Who will present to the C-suite board? It's important that you measure in the right way so that it's not only that you're supporting the leadership team like us, but also ensuring that you keep them on their toes. I always feel that you people are the one who keep us on toes. This is one. And again, how much is the adoption? So it really has to show or contribute to the customer journey or the top line or bottom line of a particular business. That's how your metrics needs to be, and that's how it needs to be measured. And it's pretty easy because, again, it is very methodical, scientific when we do it in that way, and it gives you a pitch, okay, if this is the case, why can't we have further teams built for all the businesses if one business is doing? So you can showcase, right, to other teams also. I wouldn't go into details because this is self-explanatory. But yes, I hope these two pillars or these two topics which I mentioned about, which again, the custodians are you. The people who handle this, who sum up or support the team is this. I thought I'll just add some light to these two topics. But what will end up happening is we will be ready to operate as a innovation-driven platform, which will give a launch pad to the HQ, definitely with powering them with resilience, transformation, and whatnot, that two-letter word I did not use. I'm happy. So this is the topic which I wanted to cover. But thank you so much for listening up. I hope you will power your team, your organization, and your leaders to be successful. Thank you.